What is going on, everybody? It is Ahmed, and I am back today with yet another video for you on. I wanted to jump in, guys, tonight before going to sleep to just discuss what's going on with Picoin. The entire crypto market is just pulling back very heavily, and I see this as basically just yet another opportunity. Now, remember, as always, never financial advice, just putting you guys on the plays that I am in. If you're new around here, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm and consider subscribing to the channel. So the overall market is pulling back. Pi actually fell below support that we were looking at for right down to $1.23. But the nice thing that you guys can see right now on the 4-hour chart is this really nice green candle. A lot of liquidity was hit at that liquidity zone. And again, I think if you're selling at these levels, you're making a big mistake. Not financial advice by any means, but I think it's just logically speaking where the direction of the market is headed, you are going to be prematurely selling. So a lot of people have continued to ask the question about where do I acquire Pi? How do I obtain Pi coins if I don't want to mine actively? I always recommend mining because it's very passive income. But BTCC, the longest standing exchange in the world, over 14 years live now. I have a link down below at the top of the description. They're offering everybody some pretty cool incentive, not only just to sign up and create their account, but also you can trade to win. If you're an active trader, there's a Tesla Cybertruck giveaway and $1 million prize pool if you use the link down below. 10 days remaining till Token 2049's event, all the way through March 20th. You have 10 more days to be a part of this campaign. Again, big prize pool of $1 million to be shared. You can see Tesla Cybertruck, Rolex watches, Token 2049 tickets, and 7-star hotel stays potentially await. Take advantage of it. But guys, as I mentioned, the overall cryptocurrency market is pulling back. BTC, $80,000, going to 79K at any moment. ETH getting ready to drop below $2,000 for the first time in 2025. We're seeing XRP getting ready to go below $2, Solana at $1 or $126. Imagine a dollar. TRX also down. Everything is down. Bloodbath across the market. Picoin $1.40, down 17.3%, recovering nicely over the last hour. But my goodness, there is a lot of pain. So the question is why? Why is the cryptocurrency market falling basically at a speed that we haven't seen since the flash crash of February, the first week of February earlier this year? Well, let's go ahead and dive in. The crypto crash of March 9th, 2025. What in the world happened? On March 9th, what they're saying here on this article from Binance Square is it's going to go down in history as one of the blood red days for the cryptocurrency market. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, the entire market collapsed in a matter of hours, leaving investors in shock. But what triggered this financial storm? Here's a quick analysis. And remember, guys, I'm going to continue to highlight and make sure to mention that I see this as a buying opportunity. Do not let them acquire your Pi coins at these levels. It's still way too cheap and way too early for this token. The Trump administration sets the market on fire. A sledgehammer has fallen on the global economy. New increases in tariffs on imports from Mexico and Canada. A general panic in financial markets. We're seeing the S&P 500 pull back more than 10% from its all-time high. Investors are feeling risky assets like Bitcoin, investors are fleeing risky assets like Bitcoin and even SPY, causing a domino effect across the market. Bitcoin ETFs tend to disappoint. So right now, there's been some crazy things happening. And I'm not going to even talk about what's going on in Japan. Remember the yen carry yield issue that we saw in 2024? Well, it's getting a lot worse right now. But Bitcoin ETFs are disappointing. In that sense, Bitcoin ETFs have attracted billions of dollars previously, but now incoming inflows have dried up in recent weeks, showing that institutional interest, big investors in these financial products, is waning. Fewer purchases, more sales, and boom, Bitcoin continues to tumble. Ethereum in danger, last chance of survival, they're saying here on this article. It seems to be existential crisis for ETH. Analysts claim that its upcoming update, dubbed Pectra, could be its last chance to remain competitive against faster and cheaper emerging blockchains like Sui, Solana, AVAX, you name it. Investors are panicking and dumping their ETH. And of course, when ETH dumps as the number one altcoin in the market, the rest of the altcoins are also going to dump by single or even double digits relative to Ethereum. US regulations, we don't really need to talk about the stablecoin part, But the question is right now, will the market ever recover? Every crash has been followed by a period of rebirth. Some see this drop as buying opportunity while others fear the downward trend will continue. And that's where a lot of people are going to make mistakes. Follow technical analysis, follow your gut instinct. Whether that means, say you got into Bitcoin at 105,000 is your first entry, Ethereum at 1900, Pi coin, especially Pi. I know there's people watching this channel, watching this video that got in right at the top at $3 and now we're down more than 50% from all-time high. But ask yourself, has anything changed from a fundamental perspective of these cryptocurrencies that you've been investing your money into? Do you still believe in blockchain technology? Do you still believe in the future that AI is going to be the big boom, right? We've been hearing it and seeing it on all the different news headlines that we've seen the Industrial Revolution. It took 50 years for the Industrial Revolution to go for it. Remember, Henry Ford had to come out and make these vehicles from scratch. It took a long time for us to see that shift. And then fast forward 50 years, and then maybe 10, 15 more, where we saw the dot-com bubble and the dot-com boom, right? And that was the early 2000s, let's call it late 90s. It took about 15 to 20 years. 2007, 2008, during the financial crisis, Google was barely even an entity. And now 10, 15 years later, it's one of the biggest companies in the entire world. So with that being said, right now as we enter into this AI boom and AI craze, think about it. A lot of people are saying, oh, there's no way AI is going to replace jobs. There's no way this is revolutionary technology. And those naysayers are going to be the ones that are going to come back and try to identify ways to integrate it when it's a little too late. And they're going to get in at a very significant premium. And one of the things that fuels AI and AI technology is the cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. So this market will be impacted very heavily by this. Whether it's Pi Network, one of the top 15 cryptocurrencies in the world, or BTC, ETH, Solana, ADA, you name it, you need to make sure you understand that you are a part of something that is still in its infancy. So just like a child, you nurture it, you take care of it, you go through ups and downs. And right now, unfortunately, we are in a downward period, which is totally normal. And you need to understand that it's nothing but a buying opportunity. You could use the link for BTCC if you want to buy through that platform, or you can go on any other platform where you can find it readily available. OKX, BitGet, MEXC, Gate.io, LBank, all different exchanges that offer Pi coin. Or you can just start mining it. The best part about Pi is you don't have to put in a single dollar if you don't want to. You can start just mining and getting yield by downloading the Pi Network app, always in the description, and use your Google Play Store or Apple App Store, your cell phone that you have on a day-to-day basis in your pocket to start earning you money. This is what makes Pi so different than any other crypto. To mine Bitcoin, you need supercomputers. You need big GPUs to yield any type of good BTC, or basically getting any form of cryptocurrency that's even worth the bandwidth, the power, and the just the tech aspect of it. So again, think about the network, think about the decentralization, think about the infancy also of Pi coin. It's only been 20 days since this coin is launched, not even 20 days minus 2. So let's call it actually 18 days since Pi has launched its mainnet. So with that being said, expect the most, and honestly, just prepare for very short term. March 13th, CPI will come out, and I believe that's when we're going to see a Fed pivot. The dollar has just broken all its support. DXY. If you guys are people who are looking at macroeconomics, DXY just broke its 6-month support line and now has been just plummeting. The SPY, the S&P 500 index, has also dropped to bear market territory for the first time in 2 years. So we're seeing again a pullback across markets, which is going to make the Fed make a more wise decision as to they don't want to see a financial crisis happen in the world, especially not in the United States. And Donald Trump will do everything he can to ensure his image continues to look positive to the American people. So with that being said, even if it won't make sense yet from an inflationary perspective or from the aspect of microeconomics, I think at the end of the day, we need to look at it as, what is this government going to do? And I think if it means turn the printer back on like they did in 2020 post-pandemic, because right now the direction that the markets are going is the same way that we saw back in 2020, is we're going to see probably a U-shaped recovery pending hopefully good CPI numbers. Lower than expectations for inflation values would be the last indicator we needed for a full pivot. So guys, be prepared, not surprised. Always get ready to pounce when they panic. I appreciate your support as always. That's all I had. And until next time, everybody, keep investing. Peace.